Like, this is not me just flipping out Jimmy. This is me being very thoughtful and saying, wow, Giannis is one of the very few players that I don't hesitate flipping Jimmy for. And I like Jimmy. I want Jimmy on the team. But Giannis is a whole separate breed, and he's 6 years younger.
Is the Giannis-Steph tandem worth sacrificing the rest and gutting your roster and your future picks over it?
Look, hypothetically, whatever it takes to go get Giannis, I think you have to do it. And I understand that the price is going to be steep, but whatever combination you throw out there, like 99.99999%, as long as Steph Curry is still on the team, I'm doing whatever it takes to get Giannis.
Okay.
And you're saying, no, it's not good enough. And I'm saying Butler, Draymond, and the cast they have currently is not good enough.
Yeah, I'm not saying
and I like them.
I think that's way too premature to say that. I think it's way too premature. How many months do we see of that trio?
Couple.
Exactly. Like, come on. Can we give it a season first?
Well, they're old. They're 36, 36, and 38.
They are old. Absolutely. That being said, Steph Curry, I know you can't predict injuries, and that's what you're saying to me. I'm telling you right now, it sucks that he got hurt. I think they have a very good chance of winning that series had he stayed healthy.
But Jimmy got hurt.
Jimmy got hurt. Well,
What?
Yeah.
Why did Milwaukee lose? Dame got hurt.
I think they were losing anyways.
Okay, but that's okay. Well, a lot of people think that the Warriors were going to lose anyway, even before Steph went down.
I mean, I hear you, and you could be excited. I'm honestly not trying to be the person to rain on everyone's parade, and I hope I'm not coming off that way, because it would be awesome. It'd be amazing. It would be fun. I just don't think it translates to a title, and I'm honestly kind of tired of just ripping off the Band-Aid way too soon before the scab has been able to heal. And let's do it. Let's figure it out. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
I feel like they've done the opposite. They've hung on too long.
No, but they literally just made a massive, massive trade for the first time, and it worked. It worked. It worked. They were clinging to a 10th spot before getting Jimmy Butler and went all the way. They got to a playing game, obviously, but they had conversations maybe being the 4th seed at one point. And they got into the playoffs, won a series, got to the second round, beat the team in the Western Conference Finals, or in the Western Conference Finals now in game 1, kind of handled them, and then Steph got hurt, and then we're all just like, all right, well, that kind of sucked. Left a bad taste in my mouth. Let's change it. No.
I think we're not ready to just change it.
I think you are.
This player is so good that I'm thinking about changing it.
Yeah,
how many guys in the league? How many guys in the league are an immediate upgrade over Jimmy? Not many. There's not many.
That's what I'm saying.
And so that's why this is this is not me just flipping out Jimmy. This is me being very thoughtful and saying, wow, Giannis is one of the very few players that I don't hesitate flipping Jimmy for. And I like Jimmy. I want Jimmy on the team. But Giannis is a whole separate breed, and he's 6 years younger.
Is the Giannis-Steph tandem worth sacrificing the rest and gutting your roster and your future picks over it?
Would Giannis have won the one game required to allow Steph to come back into the playoffs? I think he does.
Maybe. He did win what? Did they win one against the Pacers in the first round because of Giannis? Once? So sure, maybe he wins one.
Well, that is a part of why they're not here.
But do they even get to the second round without Jimmy?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
You sure?
Look, when they played the Rockets, you tell me who's guarding Giannis on the Rockets.
I don't know, probably Şengün and Steven Adams.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. Well, who's guarding Giannis anyways?
That's why you make the deal.
But that's the same thing we could say. Why does he keep getting bounced in the first round?
Because he's a solo
Pacers
act.
And Miles Turner.
Because he's a solo act. The year prior, the years prior, Middleton shredded his knee, and he was a solo act. They traded Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday's a very good player.
They did everything that Giannis wanted them to do. And every single thing.
Okay.
And it wasn't enough. Their first round exit after first round exit after first round exit.
You're not a great player.
They were the better team in a lot of these. Not this year. Definitely last year, I think they had the better team against the Pacers. They had the better overall team against the Heat a couple years ago. We're only able to win once because of Heat culture, quote unquote. I'm very skeptical.
Outside of Jokic,
very skeptical.
You're talking about the best player in the league for 5 straight years. What?
I mean, he's very good.
What?
Best player in the league, like maybe in 2019, 2018.
I'm just going to give you in a row. Just hear me out. 2018, 2019, MVP.
Since that, it's been what?
Top 4 in MVP voting, top 5 in DPOY, top 3 in MVP voting, top 6 in DPOY, top 3 in MVP voting, top 6 in DPOY, top 4 in MVP voting, top 9 in DPOY.
Yeah, he hasn't been the best player. It's been Nikola Jokic. By the way, it's been Nikola Jokic.
Defensive, I said, besides Nikola, he's the next best player in the league for 5 straight years.
Nikola, Luka, Jason Tatum. He's been in the conference.
I'd rather have Giannis than Luka currently to pair alongside Steph.
Okay, so let's play the game. You got the Steph and Giannis tandem, and you're going to figure out the rest of the roster. Maybe you got Buddy Hield. Maybe you keep, I don't know, you keep Moses Moody there. You got Looney if you want him.
What player is the player that you're saying that's too much?
I just think you were giving up on Jimmy Butler in particular and Draymond, who's been, I know you're tossing him to the side in this equation and say, whatever. Get rid of it. It's Giannis. I
don't think it costs you both, but let's just say in this hypothetical it does.
Let's say it does. Okay? I think we're giving up way, way too early. I think you're just shoehorning in the tandem of those two as it's automatically better than Steph, Jimmy, and Draymond. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
He solves their defensive issues, right, which they have at the rim. I love Draymond. He's a great defender. He's not the rim defender Giannis is. They have rebounding issues and have had him for a long time. He's one of the best rebounders in the game. Scoring in the paint in terms of balancing the floor, he's that. He gets to the free throw line. He may not be the greatest free throw shooter. I won't.
That is a thing.
I won't even debate. But he gets to the line a lot. I think he's actually a willing passer. He's athletic. He's young. You get him for the next handful of years. It's not just a 2-year window when you bring in someone like Giannis.
Let's go to Coach Hall in San Diego. It says that he is all in on Giannis Antetokounmpo being a Golden State Warrior. Are you all in, Dub Nation? If whatever it takes outside of Stephen Curry, are you bringing in Giannis? 888-957-9570.
He's probably the best big man the Warriors have had since Wilt Chamberlain.
Probably. Yes. Not even probably. Yes.
It's not a high bar to clear.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, but Bogut was a very good player. But
Bogut was very.
I'm not even going to try to
David Lee.
Yeah. They had Robert Parrish before he ended up.
Don't disrespect a Donald Foyle
Parrish,
like that.
But they haven't had a big. We're still crying about 1 year of Chris Webber. And I love Chris Webber. Chris Webber's not as good as Giannis.
Yes, Giannis is an all-time player. He's probably going to be top 20-ish all-time, I would say, as he goes down in the history of the sport. I don't say that lightly. It'd be very fun, be very exciting.
So you're not going to pair a top 10 player ever.
Doesn't mean it's going to work.
20 player
Luka Doncic might go down as a top 15 player of all time, and that didn't work.
Yeah, but I still do that deal every single day.
Of course,
just because it didn't work doesn't mean the thought process behind the deal wasn't the correct one.
I want to win a title, and you got to plant your flag in somewhere. You can't be ripping off the Band-Aid constantly. Stick with this unit. I think you can win a title. I don't know if you can win a title with just Steph and Giannis. I don't know. I've seen already you get to the second round at the very least with this crew. If Steph stayed healthy, maybe you are going all the way. Maybe, just maybe. Coach Hall, San Diego. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up, fellas? Joe, Shasky, I'm with you, dog. Like, what do we have to lose? Are we going to continue to go through this heartbreak for the next 2 seasons? I know I don't want to go through it. I'd rather swing for the fences and find out, maybe the hard way if we win or not. But I don't want to go through almost getting there and then like an injury or Jimmy taking 9 shots. Like, at least with Giannis, the guy is unstoppable. Giannis and Steph is a seamless transition. This ain't no other 1-2 punch. This is Steph and Giannis. I don't know if you get better tandem than maybe Steph and KD. Like, this is generational. And we're not giving up that much. I think somebody, and all kind of free agents would love to come. This is an attractive idea. Steph and Giannis, who knows? Brook Lopez might take the minimum.
Hey, Coach Hall, real quick. You're saying you're not giving up that much. You realize every other team in the West going after Giannis probably is going to have a better trade package for Milwaukee. So you have to give up a lot.
Well, there's no doubt you have to give up a lot, but if he wants
he's saying, no. Coach Hall was saying you don't have to give up much. Yes, you do.
Relative?
That's the whole point.
Okay, no matter
Takes 2 to tango. And also, doesn't mean you're going to be better off for it. I'm looking at Kevin Durant and the Phoenix Suns situation. That scares the hell out of me. Devin Booker, KD. No. You love your Kevin Durant. You love your Kevin Durant, Joe Shasky.
Yeah, I do.
How's it been in Phoenix? How's it been over there?
Giannis.
They got rid of everyone and they stunk.
Yeah, I understand.
Who's a better player overall?
No,
Kevin Durant or Giannis?
Where they made the mistake was trading everything for Bradley Beal. It wasn't the Booker and KD tandem. It was the Bradley Beal edition.
Yeah, but you were sold on the Booker and KD tandem, and it hasn't been good.
No, I agree with that. But the move that really did them in was trading for Bradley Beal. It wasn't acquiring and pairing up Booker with KD.
No, but I'm saying that the cautionary tale of just because you put great players together doesn't mean it's going to work. I think
that goes with everything. They could stand pat and not work.
No, but we said that with the Jimmy Butler thing. What we were saying? This could blow up in their face exponentially. This could be bad. But it wasn't. What was it? It was really freaking good.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I don't deny.
So then why
there's only a handful of upgrades in the league. This is one of them.
Why are we turning the page so quickly? But there's a chance it doesn't work.
Giannis.
And you're an injury away from it being cooked.
Joe, if we were talking about Pascal Siakam, I would laugh at you, right? We're talking about Giannis.
I'm talking about sticking with what was working. Why are we so quick to turn the page?
The Warriors
all the
themselves
time?
are saying to you,
what's wrong with society?
No, they're saying it's not good enough because there's only 2 years left.
There's a new iPhone. There's a new iPhone. My 15 is fine, or whatever the hell I have. I don't need the 17 right away. Stick with what's working.
Yeah, but
that was working.
I would disagree. I would say that your old, to use the analogy of an iPhone, your old iPhone is buffering like crazy, and for whatever reason, it's not picking up reception in certain areas. And when you need it the most, it's unreliable when the car breaks down. And that's where we're at with Draymond Green.
Really what's going to change, it's going to come down to Stephen Curry's health, regardless. That's what it's going to come down to.
Wouldn't that be the equation on either end, whether I made a move or not?
Absolutely, but I have depth still. I will keep some of my depth.
But what are you clinging to with the depth? What player is on?
Clinging
Where
to
do
the
you draw
Warriors
the line? Okay, so no.
The Warriors system clearly, as everyone says, is very difficult to play in, and Jimmy Butler ingratiated himself very smoothly and very quickly. Steph has said he's the yin to his yang.
What player? Is it Pods? Is it Kuminga? Is it Jimmy? Is it Dre?
Jimmy and Draymond, because I think you got to get rid of both
I don't think it would cost both because you have to match salaries. And so even in this hypothetical, we're saying it would cost both. I don't think it would. I think you're going to move. I think it's going to be a 3-team deal, probably. There's going to be sign and trades involved in all of this. And so be it.
Okay. That's it.
So be it. You know what I learned last year from Mike Dunleavy is on the fly. It's pretty good. And he'll make the appropriate moves that I need to kind of just tinker and put whatever's available out there to the best that he can and rework it on the fly. That's what last year taught me.
I'm just saying, too, money-wise, the trade machine will let you do just Jimmy Butler and Giannis. Obviously, that would never happen, but I'm just saying, money-wise, you don't need Draymond in there.
Okay, let's just say it's 5 staggered first-round picks all day. And I love Jimmy. There's only a couple of guys in the league I'm saying this to, and he's one of them.
Great. You're one and done next year, and then you got rid of your entire future first-round picks. How you feeling?
I don't care about the future.
Oh, my God, Giannis, it's great. It's okay.
I don't care about the future. I care about
I don't care about the future. Okay.
Yeah.
You're saying that now, and then fast forward this
That'll
time
be a
next
fun
year?
one to play again 3 years from now.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't care about the future.
But I'll worry about my issues 3 years from now if I'm a Warrior fan. Steph is not just generational, because generational means whatever, 20, 25 years. He's a once-in-a-lifetime player. We're not talking about, hey, go all in on, and I'm just going to use an example, go all in on the Ryan Vogelsong Giants. Like, we're talking about go all in on the Steph Curry Warriors. No one's saying go all in on
Didn't they just do that a couple months ago? They literally just did that. Mike Dunleavy just did that for you. It was the best of the available deals, and now there might be a better one available. I am very skeptical on that. I just saw...
Is Anthony Davis a good player?
Sure.
He's a great player.
Sure.
Okay? They thought Luka was a better player.
He's younger. Well, yes.
Giannis
younger. Much younger.
What is he, 5 years younger?
6 years. He's 26. Giannis is 30.
And he's 5 years younger than Dre and Butler.
I think we're really sleeping on the fact that he can't stay healthy in a regular season. And I already got a guy that I know is going to miss. How many games did Stephen Curry play in a very, very tough Western Conference? Yeah, I'm very skeptical about that. Very skeptical. Gray is in Oakland, wants to join the conversation. Gray, good morning. You're on the Morning Roast. You doing the Giannis deal?
Morning, fellas. Hey, look, Giannis is super sexy. Come on, he's a shiny new object. You're right. He's a absolute force of nature. The problem being is this: you got other options. You know, to the point. I look at him and I say, look, this cat is amazing, but he can't shoot throws, can't shoot from the outside. And I'm going to talk heresy here. I'm sorry, but it's early. I'm up and I'm running around without coffee, so I'm out of my head. The fact is that he's a monster version of Russell Westbrook. He goes downhill, he dominates, right? But here's another idea, just a thought, so you don't have to blow it all up. You know, to Spadone's point, so you don't have to blow it up. How about JK sign and trade throw in Moody, maybe a first, or even Pods for the sake of it, because Pods disappeared. Is he going to keep growing? Go to Jersey. Go to Jersey, get Nick Claxton, Cam Johnson, and it makes the present core stronger. But I still don't have an answer for disappearing Jimmy. I'm sorry, man. I dig Jimmy. I love his story. I think he's a solid cat. But he disappeared, and that spooks me. Thanks, fellas. Stay good.
That's
and I know Giannis won't disappear if he's by himself for a couple of games,
no,
couple of weeks.
It'll just be a first-round exit. Who would the Warriors' third best player be if Steph and Giannis were 1 and 2?
Say that again?
Who would the Warriors' third best player be if Steph and Giannis were the number 1 and number 2, or 2 and 1, whatever you say? Who's the third best player on the Warriors next year?
Well, I mean, that would depend on who's available and who they have left on the roster.
So probably not anyone like good.
Who was their third best player in the playoffs this year?
Depends. What round?
Exactly. And that's kind of what would end up happening again this year.
That's not a good thing.
But you're the one who wants to stick with what we have. Like, I'm saying...
I know that New York knows who their 3 best players are right now. It's in any form. It's probably Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
There you go. I know who... Indiana. Same thing. Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam, Miles Turner. Right?
All right. But they also have other guys shooting out the lights out, but continue.
Understand. Oklahoma City Thunder, right? Jalen Williams. You got Shea. Probably Chet.
Joe, we just played a playoff
Maybe
series.
Caruso sometimes.
Jonathan Kuminga was the second best player for the Warriors in a series, and they didn't play him for weeks on end. That was the series that just concluded.
You just gave me my answer though when you couldn't even think of the third best player on the team because you don't know the depth.
Well, let me see did you know that Buddy Hield was going to bail them out?
That's the problem with Buddy Hield's going to be my third best player because I know he's captain inconsistency.
Well, he ended up winning the game for you this year,
right?
You know. I know this. Like, it's a great starting point, and we'll have to figure out the rest.
Juice, DC. Bring the juice to the morning roast right now. What's up?
Hey, Spadoni. Hey, Joe Shasky. How y'all doing this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm just buzzing
outside.
on Giannis.
Yeah.
Man, I'm with you, Shasky. Spadoni, you're getting me upset this morning. No disrespect to you. Look, I love Jimmy Butler. He's a great player.
He is.
But I'm not going to lie to you. If you run back the same team that just made it to the playoffs, we're not even going to make the playoffs next year. I'm not even going to lie to you. I do agree with what you're saying. I don't want the team to blow up and get rid of everything. But to be honest, Jimmy's not enough. Draymond's not enough. And for Giannis, I'm willing to move heaven and earth for that dude. He is a top 5 player. He helps you with the biggest need, which is in the post, and which you need a big man down low. And I'll figure out around the edges around him. The one thing you won't have to worry about is Steph's gravity and Giannis' gravity on that floor. Them two on the floor is going to make a matchup problem for anybody. You can't double Steph and you can't double Giannis.
Who's taking the last shot? Who's creating their own shot with 2 minutes to go? Steph.
I mean, to be honest,
Steph is going to get double teamed, and they're going to force Giannis to be a jump shooter.
Shot, but
now we're doubting Steph?
I'm doubting, yes, his ability to be an ISO player one-on-one. Yes, he's 6'3". These guys are going to clamp him and force Giannis to be a jump shooter.
Pretty good pick and roll, though.
I mean,
that's what's going to happen.
Jimmy Butler from beyond the arc.
No
one
one
guarding him with Julius Randle basically 2 feet in the key.
Of course, and that was a problem.
Yeah, but they still were pretty good, right? We all would agree, like Giannis is a better player than Jimmy. Like, and I like Jimmy.
Yes.
Okay.
I would trust Jimmy's jump shot, though, for like a mid-range more than Giannis.
But Giannis is such a freak. He doesn't even need the jump shot. The guy's giving you 30.
No, they'll just hack him. They'll do hack a Giannis.
Look, you're asking, like, who would come and play with them? Like, Bruce Brown's available. Malcolm Brogdon's available. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s available. All those guys would get infinitely better looks, just hypothetically, if they were to come here alongside of a Buddy and a Steph. If you just put them on that type of a roster, there will be someone that would want to sign up for them.